Gamers, we are here on Victory Road for what is one of the hardest fights in the game. We have two back-to-back weather-based battles. Now, I could have prepped for these maybe a little longer. I prepped for the first back-to-back, which is this Hail Trainer into this Sand Trainer. I'm gonna be honest. We might lose some Pokemon here. Our last two encounters were Mienshao and Absol. I think neither are coming to the Elite Four. However, there are a lot of Pokemon on our team that could come to the Elite Four. I would argue 3 of these Pokemon have a high chance of coming to the Elite Four. There's also one of these Pokemon that I kind of expect to die today. Die in this video. But this is right. It's a 6v12 basically. We have 6 Pokemon to deal with 12 Pokemon. Both of which are super weather-based, which already makes them hard, but, like, these fights are just ridiculous. These fights are super, super, super ridiculous. And I've got a plan, but the plan most likely involves losing Scizor. I mean, you guys can just look at these fights. Like, they're nothing insane, but the levels are pretty high, and you realize how limited your moveset is, and, like, Sun fights are really hard, like, with double Chlorophyll, a Quiver Dance, Volcarona with Focus Sash, Sun Boosted Fiery Dance, like, so many Solar Beam Pokemon. It's just really, really hard to deal with. And my best solution, like, my most consistent solution, I think we should be fairly consistent here. There's probably a couple things we risk, but my most consistent solution was losing Scizor about, like, 50% of the time. So, good chance we lose Scizor today. Maybe he makes it out, but we gotta get pretty lucky. But maybe we do. But without any further ado, this is one of the hardest fights in the game. There's 3 Pokemon I'm kind of okay sacking here. Tentacruel, Swampert, and Scizor can die. The other 3 could potentially lose me the run fight if they die. So, this is, like, kind of like a preemptive Elite Four, I think about it, because you have a back-to-back fight, and then Lance. So it's a bit easier than the Elite Four. There's no double battles here. There is a break between the back-to-backs and then a break between Lance, and there's a little bit of a level advantage. Like, you have some advantages, but I did not want to prep for these fights as long as I'm going to spend prepping for the Elite Four, because I just don't have time. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. We've got a pretty rigorous plan. We have seen Zinzalin a lot. We know how to deal with ice types, and that's why if you guys looked at our team, you're probably pretty familiar with a couple of the Pokemon that we typically use against Zinzalin, particularly Infernape and Scizor. Now, we have no intention of getting rid of the Sun. The first thing we are going to do is click Stealth Rocks. We're likely going to see Focus Blast here. Focus Blast miss is really good, Focus Blast crit is really bad. Okay, Focus Blast hits, fine, just don't crit me. Also, no special defense drop, please. Okay? Fine. I'm good with that. We click CC. This thing's dead. Abomasnow is dead. We bait in Cloyster here always. I did forget that CC's gonna drop my own special defense. It's pretty bad. Citrus pops. That's fine. I don't think we're going to have it for the second fight. Stealth Rocks means that this Cloyster is now also dead to CC. Third Pokemon here is going to be Reuniclus, which has Magic Guard, so it's not going to take the rock damage. Now, I think at -1, I'm going to be in a bit of a scary position here. Is my guess. I think I'm 78, -1 special defense. Which means against Reuniclus, Focus Blast always sees kill, and Psychic always sees kill. Focus Blast land here is bad. Focus Blast crit here is, like, potentially game losing. But there's not a whole lot I can do. Psychic. Please? Cool. Okay. That's a crit. Pretty bad. Actually, really bad. I don't know if Scizor can do this anymore. At all. Like, at all. Because we're Life Orb. How much do we take from Hail? Okay. I think I live one more rotation. Yep, I think I lived Hail here. Nice. Okay. Scizor. It's been fun, buddy. This is random move, but there's really not a whole lot I can afford to risk. Unfortunately. I'm realizing now that my Infernape doesn't have Mach Punch, and that might be a problem. Bullet Punch is about a 70% chance to kill here. Sorry to lose you, Scizor. I think it was always happening, though. Hit it for me. Thank you, buddy. 07s. Scizor. The reason this thing was like never coming to the Elite Four was it had terrible speed IVs, terrible attack IVs. It was Modest and Swarm. This was the worst Scizor imaginable, and it still put in a good amount of work in this run. So for that, I give it some credit. I do have to figure out what to do here. I think it's probably this thing. 78, I'm not dead tonight / crit. I've got Surf. Surf isn't going to do a lot. But nothing on my team has to use this thing. This thing is jolly. It's insane. I can go to Infernape here, but I really don't feel like risking that. That Aerial Ace. Could also go to Swampert here. Yeah, Swampert's in a pretty solid position. Swampert should also give me a good switch into... I'll go switch into Tentacruel if I need it. We're going to see Rocks damage here. Pressure. I should have just brought Mach Punch and Infernape. Let's go Crush. No flinch, please. Please no flinch, man. Cool. That's going to pick it up. Alright. Scizor does die there. Very unfortunate, but again, I basically, like, I just want to get through the game at this point, and that's what I gotta do. I don't like sacking late game. I don't like late game sacks. Some people love to throw their Pokemon away when they get to late game. I don't. I like to have Pokemon live to the end of the game, but if the difference is either, like, if the difference is either, like, an extra 2 hours of prep or, like, risking an E4 Pokemon, I'm gonna let my Scizor go down. So Washington, you've been great. I love your state, but it's time to go. Welcome to the second part of the Weather Gauntlet. Torkoal is here. Torkoal has Red Card, which is really, really annoying because it means I cannot hit this thing unless I'm guaranteed to kill it or I'm going to get switched out into a random thing. This Torkoal also has Stealth Rocks and Yawn, which means we don't want it to click either of those. We're going to click Taunt. Both of its moves here, both Solar Beam and Lava Plume, are resisted, so I expect it... Oh, okay. I'm going to be honest, I expected it to try to click a status move here. This shouldn't be a problem, though. I do need to set up rocks here. Lava Plume again. No crit, please. Okay. As long as Infernape is not in range of Solar Beam here, it's not. Lava Plume is always higher base power. It should always be Lava Plume. It's clicked Lava Plume twice. No reason for it to click Solar Beam. No reason for it to click Solar Beam. Thank you. We are Water Veil. We cannot be burned. Crit doesn't kill me. Taunt wears off, doesn't matter, Earth Power just kills. One of the reasons this Swampert is so good is because 1, it outspeeds and earth powers and kills. It's one of my only Pokemon in my box that can do it, but 2, it baits in Ninetales here, which is really important, because Ninetales is the only other Pokemon on this entire team with Drought. We're going to click Protect here. This thing only has attacking moves, just going to guarantee that we see Solar Beam here. Awesome. What? It's sunny, dude. Am I insane? Why is it not? Why is it? Okay, I guess. Oh, maybe it just didn't shoot off because I protected. I've never seen that in my life before. Okay. Click Protect here for extra Black Sludge healing. Again, this thing only has attacking moves, so we're not afraid of any weird setup here. This Tentacle is really, really important. We're setting up Rain Dance. It's spamming Solar Beam, but again, crit doesn't even kill me here. We're perfectly fine. Tentacruel is so bulky, Ninetales is so bad. We're just going to set up Rain Dance. Rain Dance is really good for Tentacruel because we also have Rain Dish, which means we are now getting both Rain Dish and Black Sludge healing, which is so, so good. We're going to Protect here, get a little bit more healing. Power Gems. Surf always kills. After Rain, Surf always kills. And then the really nice thing about Tentacruel is that we bait in Darmanitan. And Darmanitan is about the scariest Pokemon in this, like, potentially the whole gauntlet, but definitely in either of these two fights. Because Darmanitan has Sheer Force, Adamant, Fire Gem, Sun Boosted, Flare Blitz. And let me tell you, that kills resisted bulky Pokemon. Like, that I think one-shots my own Rotom Heat. Like Rotom Wash. That would one-shot Rotom Wash from full HP. That's insane. Like, the damage this thing does, it is genuinely unreal. Outspeeding and killing this thing in one shot is so nice. It is a really big deal. Tenta back up to full HP. One of the reasons that Stealth Rocks was so important here was because of eject button. Ninetales has eject button, which means if I hit it, it would have been able to switch out and switch back in. And I only killed with one shot with Surf after Stealth Rock's damage. So that basically guaranteed that this team could never set back up Sun, which is really important because now we're fighting two Chlorophyll Pokemon. Tentacruel is in here. Your highest damage move is always Earth Power. There's no overlapping rules with Giga Drain or Weather Ball, even in the rain. Yep. So this is always Earth Power or always Growth. Either way, Archeop switches in for free here, outspeeds because Rain is now up, and kills. Rain's gone, doesn't matter, because so is Sun. Same thing. Final Pokemon here is Volcarona. Volcarona does outspeed me. I really think I should not have gone. I really think I shouldn't have gone. Chandelure here. There's no reason. Acrobatics. Giga Drain crit doesn't kill me here. Actually, he does heal him, though. but he doesn't get the crit. Which means he's always dead here. That is the first Weather Gauntlet fight done. GG, buddy. There was a chance Scizor made it through. Like, it might look like Scizor was always guaranteed to die here, but if we didn't get crit on that Psychic, or if, like, Focus Blast missed, there was actually a really good chance Scizor made it through, as long as it hit the rolls on Jynx and then Weavile, which were both favorable rolls. It was about a 70% chance to kill Jynx and about a 90% chance to kill Weavile. So, it sucks. But he died very valiantly, and honestly, in this final split of the game, he did a lot of work. He's put in a lot of work against random Victory Road trainers, a lot of work in that fight, a lot of work against Zinzalin, like, just some really, honestly, like, to be real, surprising performance from this Pokemon, that to me has felt pretty bad the whole run, just because of IVs and ability and nature. Like, it was, the odds were stacked against this thing, and it performed, in this last split so far. So, unfortunate that it had to go down, but it did exactly what it needed to do. It did exactly what it needed to do, and it did it well, and I cannot complain. I do think I misplayed a little there by bringing Chandelure and giving it the XP share, but I also probably made a couple misplays with Infernape. I really banked on Infernape being able to, like, tank hits a little more than it could. Like, there's a lot that could have gone wrong on Infernape now that I think about it. I didn't realize how important Stealth Rocks actually was to set up in the second fight until I got into the second fight, and then I was like, okay, well, actually, since he didn't status move turn 1, which I really expected him to, there were some problems there, but it worked out fine. And I think that second fight was pretty consistent. Second fight was maybe more consistent than the first one, but it was also because, like, I devoted 5 members of my team to beating that second fight. Scizor was only good for the first fight. And basically the whole plan for the first fight was Scizor and Infernape. I should have brought Mach Punch in recap as well. I think Mach Punch was always better than Fire Punch on Infernape, because it meant I didn't have to do that weird Swampert switch on Weavile. My Infernape usually outspeeds Weavile's, but the level advantage isn't big enough, and this is a plus speed nature Weavile, so unfortunately it doesn't. So a couple misplays there, but nothing that really cost me. I expected to lose Scizor, and we did. So, rip Washington, but, like, you did well. Like, good stuff this run. We've got, next up we have Rain and Sand. I'm pretty sure I've heard the play here is always, Rotom, Mo lead. And I think that's what we're gonna do. So, yep, our new encounter is Mienshao here, and then Absol over here, Connecticut, and Utah. I think the only Pokemon in the end that didn't get it, the only states in the end that didn't get a name are Alabama, North Dakota, North Carolina, and maybe there's one more. That I can't think of, but yeah, most Pokemon here at the end did get a name. Or most states here at the end did get a name, so that was the first part of the Weather Gauntlet. We've got 3 more videos. The double Weather Gauntlet fight, this Lance fight, and then the final Hugh fight before the Elite Four. So get pumped, get ready, and I'll see you guys for that one.